The Breadwinner. The Breadwinner is set in Afghanistan's capital city of Kabul in the year of 2000. It follows a 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl, Parwana, and her family as they try to survive in a city that has been engulfed in turmoil for the past 20 years that hasn't improved their lives. The Soviets invaded in 1979, left in 1989, and the country has since developed into a civil war. The Taliban rule the region, and Kabul, once a thriving city, is now mostly poor and dirty. Despite the fact that Parwana's family is fully aware of its conflicts, their pride in their nation, city, and identity as Afghans shines through the novel. As a result, the breadwinner proposes that even as war and violence radically after Afghanistan's appearance, and as he way of discovers that it gives her that being a boy gives her a sense of invisibility that she craved for as a girl. She also spends her days alone in the market and has to make choices for herself. Best of all, while working in the market, Parwana stumbles upon an old school friend, Shazia, who is able to provide Parwana support, as she's also pretending to be a boy. As Parwana grows over the course of the novel, her, her childish fights with her sister, Nuria, gradually stops, and Parwana becomes more confident and secure in her own choices. Parwana's father. During the bombing in Kabul, Parwana's father lost one of his legs and survived and suffered internal damage that Parwana doesn't entirely understand. So he's often tired because he sold his prosthetic leg. He realizes he relies on a walking stick to travel short distances and Parwana to help him travel longer distances. Though the novel never explains what father did before Kabul fell to the Taliban, he's now earning now he is now earning money writing and reading letters for the many illiterate people in the market. He's highly educated and earned his degree. So the Taliban so the Taliban target and ultimately arrest him. His focus was on Afghan history, so he often tells the family stories from the history in the evenings. One of his favorite stories is the story of Malala, a young Afghan girl who led Afghan troops to victory against the British. He tells his daughters her story to inspire them to be brave and to figure out ways to resist oppression. He also thinks that the entire family he also thinks that it's their responsibility as educated Afghans to remain in the country and rebuild it into something better. Nuria is Parwana's 17-year-old sister. Nuria and Parwana's relationship is strained because of their age difference and because Nuria seems to Parwana a full fledged adult. The girls often insult each other's intelligence or appearance. Unknowingly to Parwana, however, Nuria is under a great deal of pressure to care for the family long before Parwana um, pretended to be a boy and takes on the bigger role within the family herself. Even though she's a teenager, Nuria functions as an adult, caring for the little Ali and helping to maintain the house. This is understandably frustrating for Nuria as she was a high school student before the Taliban took Kabul, and she wanted to become a teacher under the Taliban. But under the Taliban, her dream no longer seemed possible. So Nuria is bitter and even snappier. However, as Parvana makes the shift to dressing like a boy and earning money, Nuria surprisingly comes to Parvana's rescue and backs her on multiple occasions. She recognizes, as Parvana does, that the family needs to find a way to make more money and wholeheartedly supports Parvana's plan.
With Mrs. Veera, with Mrs. Veera's ideas, Mother hesitantly agrees to begin writing again, and the two women work together to produce a magazine telling Afghan women's stories. This gives Mother a sense of purpose and gives her a name to resist the Taliban in her own way. Near the end of the novel, Mother leaves with Nuria and the little ones to attend Nuria's wedding in Mazar. But the Taliban take the city while they're traveling. It's unknown where they are or whether they're even alive. But Parwana and father leave to search for them at the end of the novel. The resilience of women. The resilience of women in the face of oppression, trauma, and poverty is another of the novel's dominant theme. As much as the Taliban seek to calibrate the Afghan people and oppress women, the novel's female characters prove prove too resilient to be beaten down. Mrs. Veera and Nuria established a secret scheme through which they can educate girls. Additionally, they contribute to the resilience effort through their women's group and by publishing a magazine that shares women's stories. Another one of the most dominant themes in the book is hope. In the breadwinner, hope is how they get through the day. It could come it could come from a mountain of bread or a marriage proposal, but whatever it is, it gives them hope and reason to believe that tomorrow will be a better day than today.